the news of a fresh and powerful Pakistan-Saudi mutual defense agreement is sending shockwaves across the region, reshaping the balance of power and security in ways that demand urgent attention. For the first 15 seconds, imagine the world's eyes suddenly shifting to South Asia and the Middle East, where two major players have just locked arms in a pact that goes far beyond mere cooperation. This is not just another treaty. This is a strategic move with implications for defense, security, and geopolitics across Asia, the Middle East, and even the Western world. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we are diving into one of the most significant developments of the year, the signing of a Pakistan-Saudi mutual defense agreement that has already begun to shake the region. We will break down the meaning of this alliance, the background behind it, how it works, and what it means for the future. To make things clearer and more engaging, we will discuss it as though we are reviewing a highly advanced system, moving from its exterior to its interior, to its performance, safety features, unique selling points, and even the cost, before finally reaching a conclusion that puts the entire deal into perspective. On the exterior level, what the world immediately sees is the alliance itself. Two nations presenting a united front. Pakistan, with its formidable military reputation, nuclear capability, and extensive experience in both conventional and unconventional warfare, meets Saudi Arabia, the kingdom with enormous financial clout, strategic geography, and a need for reliable protection in a turbulent neighborhood. From the outside, it looks like a powerful blend of military muscle and financial strength, a partnership that signals confidence, unity, and deterrence against adversaries. Just as a sleek, cutting-edge vehicle immediately captures attention with its bold design, the outward appearance of this defense pact signals power projection, and everyone from Iran to Israel to India is watching closely. But when we step into the interior, we see what truly makes this agreement function. The interior is built on long-standing ties between Pakistan and Saudi Arabia, ties that go back decades. Pakistan has consistently provided military training, personnel, and expertise to Saudi forces. Many of the kingdom's air force and ground commanders have been trained in Pakistan, and the Pakistani military maintains a history of deploying troops in the kingdom for security purposes. Now that cooperation is formalized in the form of a mutual defense clause, where each side commits to defending the other in the face of external threats. The interior is not flashy, it is practical, tested, and reliable, designed to ensure that when the time comes, the framework is already there for seamless coordination. Performance is the next critical piece. How will this agreement actually perform in real-world situations? Pakistan's army, navy, and air force bring decades of combat experience, from high-altitude conflicts with India to counter-insurgency operations in its tribal regions. Saudi Arabia, while possessing advanced weaponry purchased from the United States and Europe, has sometimes struggled with deployment efficiency, as seen in the Yemen war. But now, with Pakistan's operational expertise combined with Saudi financing and modern technology, the performance factor becomes a fusion of practicality and power. This pact ensures that Saudi forces could become sharper, more battle-ready, and strategically disciplined, while Pakistan gains access to greater funding, logistics, and modern systems. Performance here means rapid mobilization, coordinated exercises, and the ability to send a strong signal of deterrence to any regional rival considering aggression. Safety features are what make any advanced system secure and trustworthy, and this pact has them built in. For Saudi Arabia, safety lies in knowing that it is not alone if conflict escalates. With Iran's regional influence rising and ongoing instability in Yemen, the Saudis gain a safety net by formally aligning with Pakistan. For Pakistan, the safety feature comes in the form of guaranteed economic and diplomatic support from the kingdom, which has often bailed out Pakistan's economy during crises. Together, the safety system ensures not only military backup, but also financial resilience and political shielding in international forums. Just like airbags, reinforced frames, and automatic emergency systems in modern vehicles, the safety mechanisms of this agreement are designed to prevent collapse in the face of shock. Now let's talk about the unique selling points, the real strengths that separate this agreement from any other regional partnership. The first is trust. Pakistan and Saudi Arabia share religious, cultural, and historical bonds that go far deeper than most alliances. Unlike transactional partnerships seen elsewhere, this one is rooted in shared identity. The second is balance. While Saudi Arabia brings wealth, Pakistan brings combat-tested strength. Few partnerships offer such a complementary exchange of resources and capabilities. The third, unique selling point is timing. This deal comes at a moment when the United States is recalibrating its role in the Middle East, when Iran is strengthening ties with non-Western powers, and when India is seeking to expand its influence in both South Asia and the Gulf. The Pact uniquely positions both nations to remain relevant and secure in this shifting landscape. Price is always a question, even in the world of defense agreements. The cost here is multifaceted. For Pakistan, the price involves committing resources and troops if Saudi Arabia comes under threat, which could strain its own security needs at home, especially given ongoing tensions with India and internal instability. For Saudi Arabia, the cost comes primarily in financial terms, supporting Pakistan's economy, funding joint exercises, and perhaps even providing advanced weaponry or subsidies could be expensive. However, when compared to the cost of isolation or vulnerability, the price of this pact is more like an investment. The returns in security, influence, and deterrence make the deal worth every penny and every deployment. As we reach the conclusion, the Pakistan-Saudi Mutual Defense Agreement emerges as a transformative development that goes beyond a simple signature on paper. It is an exterior display of strength that commands attention, an interior structure of trust and cooperation that ensures stability, a performance engine that blends money with military might, safety features that guard against regional shocks, unique selling points that make it stand out in crowded arena of geopolitics, and a price tag that, while significant, delivers security that neither nation could achieve alone. This agreement is shaking the region because it changes the calculation for everyone. Iran must now factor in not just Saudi Arabia's wealth, but also Pakistan's military readiness. India must reconsider its Gulf diplomacy, knowing Pakistan has strengthened its hand in the kingdom. Even global powers like the United States, China, and Russia will have to reassess how they approach two allies who are now bound more tightly together. At the end of the day, this is not just a defense pact, it is a signal. It signals that alliances are shifting, that traditional power structures are evolving, and that nations long considered dependent or divided are finding ways to secure their futures on their own terms. For Pakistan, it is a chance to amplify its role beyond South Asia. For Saudi Arabia, it is a shield that makes it less vulnerable in a volatile neighborhood. And for the rest of the world, it is a reminder that the balance of power in the Middle East and South Asia is no longer what it once was. This move is both a warning and a reassurance, depending on who you are. For allies, it is a promise of stability. For adversaries, it is a message of deterrence. And for observers, it is proof that the geopolitical game is entering a new phase. What happens next will depend not only on the strength of this agreement, but also on how wisely both nations use it. But one thing is certain, The Pakistan-Saudi Mutual Defense Agreement has already shaken the region, and its ripple effects will be felt for years to come.